Welcome to our full pink moon worldwide womb blessing. I'm so excited to be sharing this space with you tonight in Toronto, where I am, April 30th at 6:30 p.m. Eastern. But depending on where you are in the world joining us from, especially Australia, it might actually be Tuesday morning. So as we're starting to come on to the group, I'd love for you to introduce yourself. So just share your name and where in the world you're joining us from. I'd love to know where you are. And just to give you a heads up, this time, right now with some changes that Facebook has made, your name won't show up with your profile pic and your comment. So if you could just write your name before anything that you share. Hi, Allison. And Allison's joining us from the Bay Area in California. Welcome. So happy to have you here. So yes, as you're coming on, if you would please introduce yourself. So as we form our virtual circle. Hello, Katie from Los Angeles, California. Welcome. And Madison from Sonoma County. Wonderful. So many California people. Welcome. And after we do our intros, when you're answering any of the comments, if you could just add your name so I know who I'm talking to, I'd really appreciate that. So as you're joining us, let us know your name and where in the world you are. I'd love to hear from you. And as we get going, hello, Heidi from Toronto, Cynthia from Oakland, California. Welcome. I asked a question before we got started on the Facebook group. Because this month, as you know, we're celebrating the pink moon. And so Miranda suggested celebrating, hello, Pele. And let's see where you are. In Valencia, welcome. And Karen from Australia. Yay, we have someone from Australia. Welcome, Karen. So Miranda suggested in celebration of the pink moon. So for those of us in the Northern Hemisphere, there is a difference between, for those of us, hello, Michelle and Christy in Toronto, or Kirsty. There is a difference if you're in North America versus in the Southern Hemisphere in terms of the season that we're celebrating. So the pink moon is specifically focused on the Northern Hemisphere as we're moving into the blossoming of summer and Beltane tomorrow, which is a celebration of our sexuality and sensuality. So the special archetype meditation that we'll be doing tonight is about embracing our sexuality. And Maria, hello, originally from Spain, but living in Orlando, Florida. Welcome. So as we're getting ready, what I wanted to invite all of you to do is consider how you're acknowledging your divine feminine energies tonight. So Miranda, as I said, suggests that you choose a beautiful flower or flowers that represent yourself in this meditation tonight. Wear something that makes you feel sensual, maybe a skirt or a dress, a beautiful perfume to acknowledge the divine feminine energies within you. So I'm curious how each of you is acknowledging your divine feminine energies this evening. For me, I'm wearing this frilly pink top, which I don't usually wear, but I like it, and pink is actually pretty good on me. And then we have, these beautiful tulips behind me that we'll be using for our meditation this evening. And I have my crystals, and so all these little things that for me help me to connect to the feminine. So I'd love to know how each of you are acknowledging your divine feminine this evening. Is there a special flower that, whether you have it or not tonight, that really feels special to you? Is there a perfume or a color that feels particularly connected for you to your feminine? So when you answer, if you could just add your name, since I don't get to see who's writing right now. There's a thing between Facebook and Be Live. So I would love it if you would let me know how you are acknowledging your divine feminine energies tonight as we get ready for our pink moon meditation. Hello, Sinead from London, UK. Oh, wonderful. I know it's a little bit later. Allison says rose water essential oil. Oh, beautiful. Allison, you're making me think of my lavender essential oil, which I forgot to put on. But that's something that I love and use regularly. I did use my jasmine face oil. So that's something else flower related that makes me feel like I'm taking care of my feminine and my skin. So who else would like to share? How are you acknowledging your divine feminine energies? Pele says, I'm wearing a pink nightie in my pink bed. Beautiful. Thank you so much. I hope I'm saying your name right. Who else? How are you acknowledging your divine feminine energies under the pink moon? Just give you a few seconds to type. And just a quick reminder in case you don't have your 2 womb bowl waters. Allison from Oakland says, wearing my pink pajamas. Yes, Allison, more pink, more pajamas. I love it. So as we continue to receive our answers, just a reminder to have your 2 womb bowls ready. I'm wearing a dress and I'm on my back deck in the sun. I didn't get a name. Karen says, as it's 8:30 in the morning, I'm in the office early. I was wearing a special perfume, which I wore on our wedding day. Oh, that's so beautiful. Thank you, Karen. And Katie says, I'm wearing pink and I've lit a lavender essential oil candle. Yum, beautiful. I'll be using beeswax this evening. So that was the other thing. We want water for 1 womb bowl and a candle, a small candle for the other one. So feel free to keep sharing. Oh, we have someone else. Sin says pink beaded necklace and pink meditation cushion. Oh, beautiful. I'm seeing a theme. I guess the pink moon has inspired a lot of pink. Makes sense. Okay, so just a quick reminder. So a checklist of what you need. I'll just go through it again quickly. 2 small bowls. You're going to fill one with water, which represents the living waters of the Grail. The womb grail, I should say, and you're going to place a small candle in the other. You also want to have a scarf or shawl. Mine just fell, so I'm grabbing it. And you're going to wrap that shawl or scarf around your shoulders. And this is to show that you're in the presence of the goddess energies. So if you don't have your shawl with you, you can go and grab a shawl or a scarf. But don't worry if you don't have anything handy if you're at the office, for example, Karen. Let's see, anything else? Okay, so that's the checklist. Other than that, I think we had someone else, right? Okay, Pele says, also wearing Ylang Ylang essential oil on my wrist and behind my ears, and I've got my rose quartz. Beautiful. Okay, so hopefully you have all of your stuff ready, and we're going to be starting. So we are going to be doing, oh, hold on. Madison says bamboo shorts with ponies on them and geranium essential oil. Beautiful. Thank you so much for sharing, Madison. Okay, so what was I saying? Yes, we are going through a number of meditations this evening. So I just want to give you a heads up. that often on our full moon meditation live cast, we do one meditation, but with the Worldwide Womb Blessing, there's actually several meditations that we'll be going through this evening. So I want to give you a heads up of exactly what we'll be doing, just so you know what to expect. We're going to be starting with, let's see, it got messed up here a little bit. It's on here. Let me just check. We'll be starting with the cauldron meditation, which got moved on my agenda. Okay, so that's all right. So that's sort of the womb blessing energy. So the Worldwide Womb Blessing, I just want to give you a quick understanding of what exactly we're doing tonight to begin with. So for those of you who registered on Miranda Gray's website, you may or may not know too much about me, so I'll just give you a quick synopsis. I've created the first fertility yoga program online called Moon Goddess, and a big part of my inspiration was Miranda Gray's teachings about the menstrual cycles and the moon cycles, so how our personal period cycles synced up with the moon. And a lot of you have found me from a blog post that I wrote about red moon versus white moon cycles, which essentially means those of us who get our periods on the full moon are following a red moon cycle, and those of us, or those of you, I should say, that get your period often, if not always, on the new moon, are following a white moon cycle. So through reading Miranda Gray's first book, The Red Moon, I felt so inspired, along with Dr. Christiane Northrup's book, Women's Bodies, Women's Wisdom, and starting to understand how women's cycles sync up with the moon, and how there's this really powerful wisdom and force in our wombs and in our cycles that actually they really permeate so much of our being as women, and they help us to understand why we literally cycle. We're cyclical. We cycle through these very specific mental and emotional states, moods, ebb and flow, or waxing and waning of our sexual energies, of our capacity, mental capacity to focus and think. And sometimes we're more foggy and dreamy. Sometimes we're more emotional. Sometimes we're more loving. So all of these different changes in our moods and states of being can actually be connected very clearly to our menstrual cycles and to the moon phases. So once I started to understand this information, I really asked, like, why does nobody know this? So I really made it my mission to become an educator in this field. And then I developed the Moon Goddess Yoga and Meditation program to really help us harness those feminine energies. And so many women ended up coming for fertility reasons that I've ended up really creating a huge community of women who are trying to conceive and learning this information, but also another huge community of women who really are red moon women, who are healers and midwives of the feminine, and want to learn this information more deeply. So I want to welcome all of you, whether you're here to try and conceive or improve fertility, or whether you're done with that or not even started with that phase of your life, and you really just want to welcome in the feminine in your life and embrace your sexuality, as we'll be doing under tonight's pink moon. So that's just a quick synopsis of who I am and how Miranda Gray fits in. She's one of my greatest inspirations and mentors behind the work that I've been doing. And she's the originator of the Worldwide Womb Blessing energies that we'll be receiving tonight. So for those of you who registered on her website, you've actually been put on a list. And in 15 minutes, when the Womb Blessing broadcast begins, she has a list of people that she includes. So if you're on the list, then your name will be kind of named. If not, don't worry about it. We're all here together to receive the energies, and just remember for next time to register before the deadline. And anything else I wanted to say? about the, oh yes, it's an attunement. So the Worldwide Womb Blessing is an attunement that you'll be receiving specifically to tune yourself to the vibration of the divine feminine. So that's really the one of the biggest purposes of tonight, if you will, because so many of us have disconnected in different ways from the feminine. So this is the beginning of the womb blessing journey, is the Worldwide Womb Blessing. Then there's also a personal womb blessing that you can receive, which I'll talk more about at the end of our meditations this evening. So we're going to start, as I mentioned, with the first meditation called the cauldron attunement, the cauldron visualization, sorry. Then we're going to be doing the womb tree meditation, followed by receiving the womb blessing energies, which we'll be silent for. I'll play some music for that. And then I just want to check we'll be doing the moon ray meditation. So each moon has a different ray color of moonlight that we'll be receiving. So today's magenta pink. Then we'll be doing the sharing meditation, where we receive and share with all of our sisters in the circle this evening, as well as with the earth and where you live specifically. And then we'll be doing the archetype meditation, as I mentioned, which is for connecting to our sexuality. So that's all the meditation. So there are several, as I mentioned. And then I'll quickly give you a little bit of an understanding of what receiving a personal womb blessing is like, which you can do locally in your community. There's moon mothers, as I am certified by Miranda Gray, a moon mother, all over the world, from Spain to California to Mexico, literally all over the world. There's moon mothers. Or if you're here in Toronto, or you want to come to Toronto to get a womb blessing from me, or if you want to do a distance receiving of energy, which is called a womb energizer. So I'll go over that in more detail at the end. Okay, so before we begin, let's do an opening circle and setting of our intentions. So as I mentioned, the energies start to be transmitted at 7 p.m. local, my time, Toronto time, which is Eastern, and midnight UK time. So depending on where you are in the world, you can figure out your time zone. Basically in 11 minutes, we'll begin receiving the transmission. So I want to just start by getting our womb bowls ready. So we're going to light our candle to begin. And what I'm going to welcome you to do as you light your candle is just take a moment to really center yourself in your heart and consider your intention for this evening. What is bringing you here under the full pink moon to receive the Worldwide Womb Blessing? Whatever your intention is, just bring it into your heart, into your focus. And the candle flame, I like to think of it as a focal point for that energy, but it's also the initiation and representation of the new energy that we're bringing forward in our wombs this evening as part of this initiation of the Worldwide Womb Blessing. So just take a moment, if you will, to take a deep breath in and center yourself in your heart. You might decide to put one hand on your heart, one hand on your belly. And just quietly tune in to what brings you here this evening. What is your intention, and how would you like to receive these energies this evening? And how would you like to direct them in your life? And let's light our candle, keeping that intention in your mind. And maybe if you can distill it into one word. And just focus on your candlelight. And then in the womb bowl, you're going to place the candle safely in your womb bowl. And I'm going to put it back on my altar. And then your other womb bowl, you're going to pour the water. Oops, and I always do this. I washed mine. I have to get it. I'll be right back. So you want to pour your water into the womb bowl. And this represents, as I mentioned, the living waters of your womb grail. Okay, and if you have a flower for the meditation, if you read through the meditations received with the womb blessing registration on Miranda's site, then have your flowers as well. Otherwise, I'll share mine with you. Okay, so let's, if anyone wants to share their intention in one word, just include your name so I know who it's coming from. Feel free to share. Mine, I've been focusing today very much on the idea of belonging. Belonging and inclusion, and a sense of belonging to kind of to myself, but also feeling the inclusion amongst, like, from others. And really the energy of that belonging, I realized as I meditated this morning, is about love. So if you can distill your intention down into a word or a phrase that you'd like to share, please do. As part of our circle coming together, it's always nice to hear the intentions and to name your own so that we can all hold that intention for you and for ourselves and know that others are holding our intentions, and sometimes they're shared, which is always really nice. So I will give you a moment before we start our cauldron visualization. And we have a response that I don't know who it's from. Love was my word, and I'm longing for belonging. Oh, that's beautiful. Sounds like what I said. Thank you for sharing. And Heidi says nourishment. Pele says trust. Thank you. Thank you so much. Allison in Cali says connection and harmony. Oh, I like that. I have to say that I'm on board for connection and harmony too. And Audrey says balance and joy. And Kara, trust. Oh, I love that name, Kara. Allison says healing. Beautiful. Thank you so much. All right. So, a little bit more. Okay. And yes, we're on the same and similar wavelength. It's my time to tune in. I don't know who it is, but if you could say your name, that would be helpful because we can't see your name. And someone else says communication with my baby spirit. Beautiful. Karen says love as a whole. And Katie says hope. All right. So let's get started with our cauldron visualization. And then I'll turn the music on for our receiving the energies from Miranda. Okay. So it's a really simple exercise. You're going to just take a moment to close your eyes or cast your gaze downward. And begin to bring your awareness to your womb, which lies just below your navel. Imagine a large cauldron rests in your pelvic girdle, filled with beautiful crystal clear water. And imagine that you take a large silver spoon and you start to stir the waters of this cauldron that lies within you. Make shapes in the water with your spoon and start to stir up the energies. And know you can lie down or sit, whatever works best for you. Visualizing this crystal clear water in your womb, in your cauldron, and this beautiful silver spoon stirring up the waters of your womb in different shapes, stirring up the energies. And you can place your hands on your womb. Keep stirring up the energies. Okay. And we're going to begin the womb tree meditation as we get ready to receive the energies. So you can, if you don't already have your eyes closed, close your eyes and bring your awareness into your body. Feel your weight on the cushion of where you're sitting or lying, and the weight of your arms in your lap. Take a deep breath and feel centered within. Bring your awareness to your womb. See, know, feel, or imagine that your womb is like a tree with two main branches and beautiful leaves with red jewel-like fruits on the ends. Feel or imagine that the roots of the tree grow down deep within the darkness of the earth, connecting you and anchoring you, allowing you to receive golden energy into your womb. Feel grounded and balanced within. Now allow the image of your womb tree to grow, until the tree branches separate at the level of your heart. As you connect with this image, see or feel your heart center open and energy flow down your arms into your hands and fingers. Feel the connection of love between the earth, your womb, and your heart. Still in awareness of your heart, look up and see or feel that the tree's branches continue to reach upwards to cradle a full moon above your head. The beauty of the full moon bathes you in a pure silver white light that washes through your aura and over your skin. Open to receive the light of the moon. Allow it to enter through your crown and fill your brain with light. Relax further and receive this light into your heart. Relax even further. Open your womb and allow this energy into your womb in blessing. We're going to sit or lie down to receive the womb blessing energies for about 15 minutes. Bring your awareness to your womb and feel, know, or see that you grow your womb tree roots deep into the darkness of the earth. Become aware of the full moon above you, bathing you in the most beautiful silver white light. Within this silver white light lie all the colors of the rainbow, softened into a gentler feminine vibration. See or feel that within the moonlight are individual rays of magenta pink light. The magenta pink light flows over you and through you, down your body and into your womb center, filling it with color and energy. Repeat in your mind, I open my womb center to the energies of magenta pink moonlight. I open my womb center energies to magenta pink moonlight. Repeat in your mind, I open my womb to the energies of magenta pink light. Once again, be aware of the moon above your head and allow its energy to bathe you with light. Feel the light fill your head and your heart and flow down your arms to your hands. Allow the energy to flow from heart and hands into the world. Feel it flow out into other lands, changing the vibration to one of the divine feminine. Feel it healing, loving, soothing, and nurturing the whole world. Feel the presence of all the other women around the world who are connecting with this energy at this time. Send it to them and receive it from them in love, sharing, and communion. Now allow the energy from the moon above to flow from head to heart to womb and down into your land. Let the energy awaken and heal the sacredness of the land and the goddess in the land. Bring your awareness back into your body and grow your womb tree roots deep into the earth. Feel your weight on the chair or where you're lying. Take a deep breath in. And begin to wiggle your fingers and your toes. Smile and open your eyes. We're going to do the embracing our sexuality meditation. If you have your flower, please get your flower, and I will, if you don't have a flower, we'll share this beautiful tulip of magenta pink. And so you do need a flower or bunch of flowers in front of you before you start the meditation. So I'm just going to decrease the volume of this a little bit. And if you don't, you're going to imagine that you have this flower in front of you. So ideally you'll want to sit if you've been lying down. Okay. So When you're ready, you're going to close your eyes and bring your awareness into your body. Feel or know that your womb energy center lies in your lower belly. Take a deep breath and relax this part of your body. Now open your eyes and gaze at the flower before you. Flowers are a beautiful reflection of our divine femininity. As you breathe in the beauty of the flower. In your mind, say, I breathe in the beauty of this flower into my womb. And know that your body and your sexuality are beautiful. So I'll say it again. I breathe in the beauty of this flower into my womb. Know that your body and your sexuality are beautiful. Now breathe in the softness and fragrance of the petals. In your mind, say, I breathe in the sensuality of this flower into my womb. I breathe the sensuality of this flower into my womb. Know that your body's sensuality is your natural female way to connect with the world. Now breathe in the openness of the flower. In your mind, say, I breathe in the life and love of this flower into my womb. I breathe in the love and life of this flower into my womb. Know that your body's sexuality opens you to the world to give and to receive. Now breathe in the energy of love and life that surrounds your flower. In your mind, say, I breathe in the love and life of this flower into my womb. I breathe the love and life of this flower into my womb. Know that your sexuality is the energy of love and of life. Now imagine or know that imagine or sense that you place the flower inside your womb. Feel that your sexuality and sensuality are not meant to be hidden in the dark, but to be open in the light. Feel that your sexuality and sensuality are the beautiful expressions of the divine feminine, to be appreciated and enjoyed. Know that, like flowers, our sexuality and sensuality come in many different forms, and each has its own beauty and sacredness. Throughout the day, bring your awareness to the flower in your womb and allow its beauty and energies to flow through you in the way you walk, in the way you talk, and how you interact with the world. Just set this intention now. And we're going to finish the meditation by thanking the divine feminine and thanking your flower or the flower that we're sharing together. I thank the divine feminine for the beauty of my body, my sensuality, and my sexuality. Bless me that I may grow in total acceptance of this beautiful and sacred aspect of myself. I thank this flower for its gifts of sensuality, sexuality, love, and life. And I ask that these energies lie in my womb and grow in harmony with me. I'll just say the prayer one more time. I thank the divine feminine for the beauty of my body, my sensuality, and my sexuality. Bless me that I may grow in total acceptance of this beautiful and sacred aspect of myself. I thank this flower for its gifts of sensuality, sexuality, love, and life. And I ask that these energies lie in my womb and grow in harmony within me. All right, it's time to drink your womb bowl water. So I'm going to put the flower back. Beautiful flower. Thank you. And let's all drink our womb bowl water as we close our circle. I drank my water quickly because I can feel my womb bowls leaking. I've had it for so long and it cracked and I tried to repair it, but I think it's broken still. Anyway, I would love to know how you're feeling and what the womb blessing meditation, the whole evening was like for you. Please add your name as you're coming on. And Chris, thank you for letting me know it was you who had the same or very similar intention as me. That was so nice to feel that connection. And welcome Elizabeth Rosenbaum from the UK. So remember that I can't see who's connected to the comments. So if you would write your name, I'd love to know how you're feeling and what this evening's womb blessing circle, the attunement, the energies, the meditations, the pink moon was like for you. I'll just give you a few moments to write your answers. Katie says, relaxed. Beautiful. Thank you, Katie. And I don't know who this is, but the comment is amazing. I feel soon I will be able to conceive my second baby. Beautiful. Thank you for sharing. So I'm just giving you a chance to finish writing. Remember to add your name so I know who is sending the comment. Thank you. How are you feeling, and what was tonight's womb blessing meditation like for you? Another comment, my womb is slowly creating space for harmony. Thank you. Please add your name because I don't know who's writing. I know it's hard to remember since we usually have names attached. Kara says, I feel connected and open. I feel loved and feel love for all that is. Oh, beautiful. Thank you so much, Kara. Beautiful. Heidi says, I feel at rest, peaceful. Beautiful. Oh, I think, okay, yes, Elizabeth Rosenbaum, thank you. I think it's you that said about the second baby. Thank you. All right, beautiful. So feel free, if you're still writing, to send in your comment. Someone said restful, but I don't know who it was. Okay, I think it was Elizabeth. And as I mentioned, I'm just going to share with you a special announcement. And before I do that, I want to explain what the difference is between the worldwide womb blessing and receiving a personal womb blessing from me or from any moon mother who's local to you. So there's moon mothers, as I mentioned, all over the world, from Colombia to Mexico to all over Australia to Europe. So moon mothers are everywhere. And the difference basically is that it's a personal hands-on energy that you'll be receiving. So it's not the attunement, which is what we did tonight. Rather, it's actually the receiving of the energies for you personally in your own body and in connection to your cycle personally. So here on the Worldwide Womb Blessing, as you may have read on Miranda's site, there's hundreds of thousands of women from all over the world, all focused together on awakening the feminine energy and healing our earth. And a personal womb blessing, like I said, is a one-on-one healing sequence focused on your individual energies, your wounds, and your personal healing. And it's done for you on behalf of on your behalf with a moon mother. And it's like a prayer between two women to the sacred, to the divine feminine. And it's very beautiful and very powerful. And I love doing them here in Toronto. I do I send the energy remotely as well. So if you're not in Toronto and you want to do it with me, it's not called a womb blessing. It's called a womb energizer. And it's not the same. So if you would like a womb blessing personally, I do recommend that you find someone local in your community. But if you want to do it with me, some of you know that I offered womb blessings and womb energizers for $100 off for the month of April. And today is supposed to be the last day for that offer, but with so many new members just joining us, I'm going to extend that offer of both womb blessings and distance womb energizers for $100 off for one more month until May 31st. And I'm even throwing in my complete moon charting mastery program, where you basically learn how to track your moods, your sexual energy, and your cycle with the moon, whether you're on a red moon or a white moon cycle. And it's normally $97, and that's no charge. So basically you're saving $200. So you can book that on my website at yogagoddess.ca/womb blessing. And Heidi will add that link towards the end of the live cast, so you can click on it if you don't have it here. And I just want to thank all of you for being here. It's been so beautiful to share the pink moon and the womb blessing energies with all of you. I just want to read the final comments. So Veronica said, had a feeling of lightness during the blessing and then a dull ache on the left side of my womb. Thank you so much, Veronica. Audrey, lovely watery feeling in the womb, relaxed, deep grounding and connection. Thank you, Audrey. And Pele said, I had a release at the start and now I am relaxed. Beautiful. Thank you so much for all of you, for your energies, for your presence. I love these full moon live casts, and I love sharing them with this beautiful community of women. And thank you again. If you sent a comment and you didn't write your name and you want me to know who you are, feel free to write it again with your name, and I'll get that on the Facebook circle. Otherwise, we'll see you next month. For the flower moon, which is kind of, again, because we're sort of, Beltane is tomorrow, and here we're celebrating summer, the beginning of the transition towards summer, and the blossoming of the earth. There's that time of year that there's some themes repeating themselves. So the flower moon will be next month, or this month, I should say, at the end of May. I don't have the date at the top of my mind right now, but we'll announce it here, and we'll hopefully see you next month. Bye for now. Happy pink moon.